refrigerator. Oh, I usually do, Ma. I usually do. I just got a whistle wetter out of the house of the whistle wetter. Would you like to wet your whistle with the whistle wetter, Ma? 0 proof. Cherry Sprite. One of my last things I do. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath. I just like having these little talks and the way I feel about things. Earlier I got up this morning and I felt a shift in the energy and I was like, okay, what was that about? Because I know that I usually feel the energy a little before like the masses of asses do. And plus I'm so sensitive, I have nothing to do but pay attention to how I feel about things. And so like yesterday was such an intense, energetic, tense day. And then today, Mars conjunct in Saturn in Aquarius today? They've been talking about it for a week. There's these 2 conjunctions that's all people are talking about. And I hear all these different people with their take on it. And then from their take, I have my own take on it. So I was like, what was that about? So when I have hard transits, I usually lose subscribers, like 5 or 6 subscribers every time I have a hard transit. It's so funny. I don't have like waves of getting them. And I often wonder, if on your way out, if people like whatever I say that offends people, if they could just put that in the comics section on your way out, what it was that I said to make you bounce. What specifically? Because that tells me a lot about who people are. Because I know for me, there's people that I've watched for a long time, and then all of a sudden we're out in alignment. We ain't in alignment anymore. Their energy's going one way and mine's going another. So we fall out congruence and peace out. And I don't do that to them, but they don't care because they got much better things. But I'm always curious. Is like, what is the thing that I say to get people to go in all situations in life, because my circle is small. Anyway, so I woke up and I was like, felt the energy shift. And while I was walking the dogs, I take a look at my chart and I'm reminded, oh yeah, you got Mars and Saturn and Gemini. All right. So what's happening with that? And this is why I'm such a proponent. I just think that everybody should at least know who they are. This is the way I look at it. I was trying to explain this to Mom a little while ago. Mom is like we have a lot of my talks are based on good conversations me and Mom have. And so I was explaining to her, I said, the way I look at human beings is it's our soul sac. But what runs our soul sac is our energy field. And on the moment that you present that you are birth to this earth, that energy stamp is boom, that's your soul. Time of birth, boom, this is who you are. And then you carry that energy in every situation in your life, learning the life lessons as they unfold. Because we all have shadow, we all have light aspects, living from ego, spirit. Everybody's here to learn. We're all just at a different pace. And so I was looking at, because my birthday's April 9th, 11:01 a.m. I was looking at my birthday in history. And there's a lot of freaking beginnings of fucking wars. And mayhem. And freaking destruction. And battles. I think the Titanic left port on my birthday. So somewhere in history, I read an account of that. But everybody has such a different version and a different account. It just depends on their frequency and where they... So anyway, so people carry the energy of that day through with them in life. So it's been one of my greatest life lessons to learn how. Stanley doesn't have anything to. Stanley, my cat covers up his food when he's done eating. And I gotta wash the little towel because it keeps dropping on the floor that he usually covers it up with. So there's another washcloth. That'll do him until I wash his towel. He's such a cool cat. I love it. So, where was I? So this is like all, and I was born this little freaking, 6 pound, 4 ounce baby, way past term. Because mom was in such a level of stress, and then my body fed her to support her through her periods of stress. It just happened to be my incubation period. They actually were gonna evict me. The eviction date was April 1st anyway. So I've had to learn to live to get past this energy that I hold. The good thing is that the moment I was born, that it was like I got reprieves. Everybody gets reprieves. I just recognize where it's like, okay, you got this challenge. You may not be good in social situations and things like that. But I got good hair. It all balances out. So, Mars and Gemini, and I was reading this, because, man, yesterday just sucked. But what I was telling Mom is, like, Mom, the thing about respecting energy is you know that it always passes. This too shall pass. And so many people, I can understand why people freaking off themselves like that when they feel like I did yesterday for very long periods of time without a reprieve, and they don't have tools and they don't have solutions to get out of their head like I did. Because I know, I can sit in my own shit as long as I want, or I can get up and do something and feel better about things. And I'm glad yesterday I made the right choice yesterday. So I got Mars and Saturn in Gemini, as the the title says. And I was reading this, and this is just cafe astrology. I like cafe astrology. Everybody has their own preference, and I can go to a different site and look it up, because you just gotta Google it, your placements or whatever, and okay, yeah, that's true. No, okay, right, but we can always rise above it, or astrology. We can, because it's all a swinging scale as far as the way I see it. So Mars is a planet that the ruler and our drive and passions. And I was explaining to the guys at the coffee shop today, I said, I look at Gemini, and they're like the dual signs, they're the broadest spectrum. So you go from shadow to light, and back around again. You got some of these signs, they just freaking hang out in the light end, the shadow end. There ain't a whole lot of darkness in their world. And some signs, they like to hang out in the shadow, and they got to draw themselves back to the light, but it takes effort. And a lot of people just don't want to do the work, as we're seeing in mainstream media all over the place. So easily bored. See, that's the thing, is I don't let myself get bored a lot. I've been bored like twice in the last 5 years. Like, okay, I'm bored. Yeah, but it hasn't been too long since I've had one of those. Mars and Gemini natives need a fresh change of pace frequently just to keep energy levels up. It's somewhat of an odd thing, and I've tried to explain this to people, but they do a better job here, really. When there's nothing much to do, these natives are exhausted. That's the thing. That's why I get so frustrated. I get like, and I don't want to I hate cleaning just to stay busy. Ugh, it's stupid. I hate cleaning. But if there's plenty of interesting things on their agenda, Mars and Gemini natives can be powerhouses. Because usually I'm a powerhouse, but not lately. More than most people, these individuals have a physical reaction to boredom, which is true. And I can't even like sit or lay or be in one position too long because I can start feeling like my body just starts to hum. My endocrine system, it just vibrates. It just, and I think a lot of it has to do with my placements, but those freaking 8 anthrax vaccines they gave me didn't do me no favors either, man. That freaking shit. That stuff makes people fucking, it shorts people out. Ugh. It's terrible. Besides possessing a passion for words, when Mars and Gemini natives get angry or fired up, they use words as their weapon. This is one of my greatest freaking character defects. So when it starts flaring up, I'll just be like, you want to put that in check there, Marge. Angry words, some of the most incisive and sarcastic ones, can fly around with the more energetic natives. Others simply talk things through energetically. That's what I like to do. Yesterday, arsenal mouth yesterday. Mars and Gemini, they need to get everything off their chest when they're fired up. Yep, that's why, I don't understand people that don't cuss. What is that spiritual bypassing bullshit? I don't cuss. It's a expression. You know, what kind of stupid freaking, what power are you giving it? You know? People are just freaking goofy. My circle is a dot. It says, where does it say here? Oh, yeah. In fact, debates are a Mars and Gemini specialty. These natives drawn on their sharp wit and win argument. I walk circles around people with my words. They don't even know how to respond. It's so funny. I love it. We can be talkative sorts, sometimes bordering on verbal diarrhea. I read this to Mom earlier. She's like, verbal diarrhea? Yep. Diarrhea of the mouth. Those whose charts show more reserve only become chatty when they're worked up about something. Did you hear something? Did my ear hear something outside? You did? That's why I got the BB gun, because of that cat. That black cat. That cat's wicked. He's a wicked cat. Stanley was just in the window. I think Stanley was going. He's a wicked. People, animals, they ain't all good, man. Some of them don't have disciplines and spiritual practice, and they're straight up wicked, and they want to hurt things. And that animal wants to hurt things. It wants to fight. And I can understand, I can relate to that, but hey, if I can curb my desire, but it's going to kill one of these that's why I got the BB gun to freaking, I don't even aim at the animal. I just aim around it. Because I assure you, if I want to hit the cat, I will hit the cat. I don't want to hit the cat. So I shoot a little BB gun, just one pumped, to keep a cat from killing animals until we freaking get to move. Then I'm going to build an enclosure. And whatever, we're just going to be the crazy cat ladies, Mom. Whatever cats, I can get to come in and catch, we'll just take with us. They're going to lose a lot of their space and freedom, but their longevity, their livelihood will, woo, they'll live longer. Anyway. It says here, some people at this position are quite fidgety. I move all the time because my joints hurt, too. I think it's more of that afterfall from being poisoned. We have much nervous energy in general. Our nervousness and restlessness are at the root of plenty of physical ups and downs. When we're on edge, we can be nitpicky. Yeah, that ain't that the truth. Ain't that the truth. So, we channel their energy through our hands. I move my hands a lot. That's very, very true to me. I'm always, and I believe in dexterity. You see a lot of old people that have like their hands get decrepit because they don't use them, and that's why I believe the importance of staying agile and keeping fit and stuff like that. Stanley just is because if you lose it, you're gonna get, like, you get to a point, you start losing muscle tone, you ain't never gonna get that back like you had it. So if you keep it and maintain it, that's one thing I did get from my dad, is that we never have he'd like take me to the gym. I'd go visit him, and we'd go swim. Well, because we never had anything to talk about. So we were competitive and stuff. So we just swim for an hour. I've been in pretty good shape in my life. I believe that it's important to maintain your body. I just I eat my feelings. Yeah, if I'm not careful. I eat crappy, but I'm a finicky eater. I'm one of those weird kids. You ask me what I wanted to eat from the ages that I was 2 until 6. Every single time anybody would ever ask me what I wanted to eat, it was always a cold hot dog sandwich. Remember that, Ma? Cold hot dog. Don't cook it. Cold hot dog sandwich. And cut it this way and this way and this way. It had to be just right and stuff. Stanley is all over it. It's windy, and so there's a lot of electricity in the air where I live. In northern New Mexico. Oh, did you see? He is, whew. He's gonna, I better make sure my lid is on, because if he spills this, I'll be sad. It's almost gone. Anyway, what else was I? So I think how long have I been running my mouth? Okay, so I don't want to read this whole thing. I hate when people just read stuff. We're adaptable. We thrive on change. Yada yada. We're leaders and teachers. Yada yada. What what? Okay, so now Saturn in Gemini. There's they have a way more brief description. Same website, I believe, Cafe Astrology. Saturn in our charts, according to them, cafeastrology.com, shows us where we limit ourselves due to fear and insecurity. With Saturn in Gemini, you will feel some discomfort or self-consciousness when expressing your lighthearted, superficial, enthusiastic side. I think that's something that I've grown past, because I really have no problem with that anymore. Now, this next part I found to be very true. You may be bothered or suspicious of people. So now when I'm doing this, I'm like, okay, Saturn in Gemini. This is my Saturn in Gemini, because I do this shit all the time. You may be bothered by or suspicious of people who seem to live on the surface of things. Oh my gosh, I've been erupting about this recently, as this conjunction has come closer. Anyway, or people who gossip or talk too much, or who are socially adept, or you could hold some disdain for small talk. I fucking hate small talk. Somebody will be talking small talk with me. In the middle of a sentence, I will walk away. Nope. Rude. Saturn in Gemini. You could also be more sensitive to criticism than most. I get my feelings hurt all the freaking time. But you know what? I also recognize they're my feelings, and I don't get to take it out on other people when I get my feelings hurt. That sucks. That sucks when you grow up to the point to figure that crap out. You can't use that no more. Okay. Yeah, it says here, although you hate to admit it. Who fucking hates to admit what they suck at? I suck in all these ways. I'm happy to say so. Fucking dumb. I love that shit. Okay, let's see. You can easily be guarded in speech or the written word. preferring to get things just right. See, because I've had people that were so critical of me, like in my formative years with structure and things like that. Because I would always find ways. I'm like the run-on sentence master of the universe. You know it? Like I can do, and people, and you know, but I can make a lot happen with commas and semicolons. Sally is all over. So that's very true. And that's the thing is like, this person is red marking my life based on their frame of reference, what they've had no similar experience to me, likely, you know. It's just shallow people freaking leading the world. I can't wait till this society, civilization falls all the way and we can rebuild again. Whoa! Was that Stanley or was that outside? Tango, get it. Come on, Tango. That was Stanley, I think. Okay, that's Tango's end. Good boy, Tango. Come here. He's got his sleepy face on. He's ready for his nap. He's got sleepy face. Little Tango Mingo. A Tango Mingy. I'm a Tango, and I gotta go, 'cause I'm in nap time and see my bed bye. He said thank you, bye. He said thank you, bye. All right, wrap this up, Marjo. You might be afraid to be tied down in routine as a result. End up with too many projects at once. Some of the pros, though, the good news is, in my favor, the little golden eggs God give ya. In spite of all your deficits, everybody got their little eggs. Preciseness, accuracy, and logical thinking. See, those are my aptitudes. Make an excellent teacher or guide. Sensitive areas of the bottom may be lungs and nerves. That's why they didn't evict me on April 1st, because my lungs weren't ready. They weren't developed. So it happens in babies that have Addison's disease. It's like I look at it as the equivalency of like fetal alcohol without the addiction. It's an energetic exchange more so, which opens doors to frickin' life of perpetually fighting codependency and all that shit. But that's for another talk. And arms and ribs. The more than most, us more than most need fresh air, light, and movement, which is true. And I got a lot of both today. Fresh air, light, all three. I got a lot. I got to go out, got to have a couple of good conversations, you know, watch the human condition unfold in real life in local proximity. Yeah, it's a trip to me. I get to freaking meet at the coffee shop Terrence McKenna's freaking nephew, dude. And we get to have some pretty cool conversations. The people that we cross paths with, man. My life has been remarkable. That's one of the reasons why I do these talks. Because I assure you, whenever I meet people, I ask them, have you ever done this? Have you ever done that? Have you ever done this? I did a Facebook post the other day. I'm like, all these people talking high vibe. You want to talk? How many people have ever been? I mean, that's like, let's talk high vibe in a literal sense. How many people have never even been electrocuted? I saw my earth, one of my earth angels. She said she got electrocuted twice. I freaking touched the electric fence that freaking they have for cows when I was 6. I've had a handful of near-death experiences though. Because I was such a curious. You know, I had to. I'm logical thing. It's all about physics, figuring it out. You know, and I always did stuff people said don't do that. You know, and so I've been electrocuted a handful of times. I hate it being electrocuted, but that puts you in a vibrational frequency that sets you apart from all those people on the planet that never have been. It's those people that freaking have been electrocuted by lightning, man. That, talk about freaking download. Dude, every freaking atom that contains a freaking memory, a piece of data information struck that human being. And they are now in alignment and congruent with all this stuff they weren't before. It's a trip. Anyway. Boop, boop. So, yeah. Yes, that was a hard trip. And that's the thing is, like, I try not to freaking, like, have tantrums like that because I know that the energy is going to pass. But that's the thing is I also use it as a learning tool of, because there was a couple times I'm saying in my head yesterday, don't say this out loud. And I said it out loud. You know, but that's the thing is I'm still a spiritual being. I'm always a spiritual being first foremost, traveling through the ethers. Primarily, I'm still a very, very human being, and I learned my life lessons too. You know, I get why I haven't gotten 1,000 subscribers in 5 years. I get it. Oh, I passed my anniversary. I totally fucking blew past my YouTube anniversary. The channel I've been doing talks now 5 years. Yeah. People keep waking you up, waking up. Let's wake up. I'm like, when are they gonna wake up? It's almost time. Weather's getting nice, so I'm gonna go out and hold my sign. Because there's still a lot of bullshit to be done. It says, in case you cannot see it, and my little tricks, I got zip ties for the handles. So, I go out there. It's give people every now and again. I'll pick up, give my big cheesy smile. And I'll wear my orange pants. So it's like, I mean, I get ignored a lot. But I at least, yeah, I'm one of those, like, get in your face. Hi! You see my sign? And it's like, you were blatantly ignoring me. I'm freaking obnoxious, man. I get why my circle's a dot. I never wonder why. My circle's a dot. So, that'll be happening soon. And I started today. Whoop, I did an outline. Adjust his face. I got to go back and redo it a little bit better. But I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna do me some Native American, because I'm Native American art in New Mexico. But you gotta, like, get commissioned, and it's like, it's such a crock, the art world. It is such a freaking, it's just such a, it's bullshit. So it's like, I would be insulted if somebody saw my art in this town and said, I want to sell you in my gallery. I would probably find offense to that, because it's just trash. I mean, it's like, it's all nepotism. It's all who you know. And the funny part of it is, it's like, Mom's adoptive grandfather was a prominent businessman. He was one of, like, the first, he, like, owned a grocery store. And this is back in, like, the early 1900s, like, in the beginning of New Mexico. He was one of the first businessmen. So I start throwing, Robert Lee Yoakum, he was involved in a terrible car accident. Like, a kid got decapitated and stuff when he was 50, it was like, and he was doing a woman a favor, like giving her a ride, like helping her out. So he's like a good Samaritan. It was just like, one of those hard aspects. Yeah. But, and then, like, cause I'm inquisitive. I want to find out about things. So there's, like, all these New Mexico historical pages. So one day I was feeling, and I was like, I explained, this is my grand, and then this woman who is this, like, earth angel that you just come swoops by every now and again, that God just blesses you with. And she just, like, boom, 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 gave me a whole thread. because she had access to these ancestry sites, and that's how she spends a lot of her time. And so she found all these articles of Robert Yoakum, my mom's dad, that like going over in World War II. He got drafted, and he was in charge of. They made him like the guy in charge of all the kids. They were going over to, that time we were going over killing people for no reason in other countries. Just stupid. We're still doing it. Well, I guess more and more people are figuring out, the wave of peace is coming, but first we gotta go through the wave of bullshit. It's gonna be fun. Well, how you doing today, Ma?
I'm doing good.
Yeah? You blissed out?
No, I'm not blissed out.
You're just good. I'm blissed out. I just feel a lot better than I did yesterday.
I'm glad you feel better.
Yeah, I'm glad I feel better too. Getting out, getting fresh air, talking, laughing with people. I got to see a guy see his dog that he hadn't seen in a while.
Oh, he lost his dog?
Well, it's staying at his buddy's because he can't have it where he is right now. And I told him today, I said, my mom had my dog, Arthur Boo. She had him for 2 years when I went into the Air Force, so I know how it feels. And I was in Nebraska. I couldn't just go over and see him. She was in California. And so I know what it's like to be, and then, I forgot. Yeah, I think he might even have kids in a different state, But still, it's just being separated from things that you love sucks. It really sucks. That's why I always fight tooth. You was so sweet today. Mom says, Marge, I appreciate you keeping us all together and taking such good care of us. You done a good job doing it. And I thank you for saying that, Ma. That was the best birthday present I could have asked for, honestly. That was like, whoa. Yeah, so it was a good day. Woo! Talk about energy passing through. Whoa. So anyway, they aren't all bad feelings, huh, Mom? Nope. But a lot of times people don't like that good feeling. They think that they don't deserve it. So it's like it starts to come in, and then they shut it down and won't allow it because of times in their life that they've been foul or ugly or whatever.